everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I have yet another Formula 1 video for you guys. And the reason for that being is that this weekend will mark the first time Formula 1 has raced on Zandvoort Beach in the Netherlands since 1985. And to give you a reference as to how long ago that was, 36 years ago, here's the podium for that last race. In third, at Lotus, Ayrton Senna. In McLaren, second place went to Ayrton's future teammate, Alain Prost. And the winner of that race was Alain's teammate at the time, Niki Lauda. So it's been a while, to say the least. This will of course also mean a home race for Max Verstappen, which is good to see for him. And this track is strange, for the simple reason of there is banking turns. There are turns where cars are actually going on an angle, which is really weird to see. It's almost like an IndyCar race. Which actually makes me think, could we potentially see Formula 1 return to well, not an oval, but like one of the NASCAR/IndyCar tracks? Like in the 2000s, like before 2007 I think the last time was, the American Grand Prix was held at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But of course it was the road course to comply with Formula 1 rules, because, you know, they have to go on a track. But it does make me think, could we see one of those kinds of tracks return to Formula 1 after this? Like, we know the Miami Grand Prix is coming up next year in, well, obviously, Miami. And unless my geography's all kinds of off, Daytona is not too far from there. So could it be Daytona? And because that would be really cool. Like, that would mean the big three motorsports all race at Daytona: NASCAR, IndyCar, and F1. So I'm really holding out my hopes for that. That would be amazing to see. Or see a Formula 1 race at Daytona. I'd love it. But going back to this track, it's been really good. Obviously, considering that it's right by a beach, much like Daytona is, there's a lot of sand blown onto the tracks, and both the Formula 3 qualifying and the Formula 1 practice sessions had to be delayed by a few minutes, not by a couple of hours this time. Thanks, Belgium. But unfortunately for the Mercedes power unit run teams, so namely Aston Martin and Mercedes themselves, they both had some issues today. In fact, during practice 1, Sebastian Vettel's engine kind of said no and just died because the ERS went a bit haywire and just stopped working. So Sebastian Vettel had to retire and had to put out a fire on his own car, which was interesting. And then in free practice 2, a couple of hours later, Lewis Hamilton's car did the exact same thing and just, well, we don't actually know what went wrong on his car, but his car just stopped as well. And then, of course, Nikita Mazepin had to get up to his old tricks once again and spin into the gravel and stop P2 once again. So, but at this point, Lewis Hamilton fixed whatever was wrong with his car and got back in, as did Sebastian Vettel, because there was a few hours between FP1 and FP2. But we do have some sad news this week in regards to Formula 1, as I'm sure you all know at this point. Earlier this week, to be exact, on Wednesday, F1 legend Kimi the Iceman Raikkonen announced his retirement at the end of this season. So we will no longer have the most experienced driver in Formula 1 history, as that man currently holds the record for most races completed in a single career. So he holds that record after taking it off Rubens Barrichello a couple of years ago. But that is amazing. Like, wow. And a slight shock fact here, once Kimi Raikkonen leaves at the end of this season, there will not be a single Ferrari world champion on the grid. Yeah. There has not been a world champion winner for Ferrari since Kimi Raikkonen in 2007. Read into that what you will. But yeah, can't wait for this race. Don't know who's qualified where yet. Haven't seen even qualifying yet, so who knows? I sure don't. And we're going to miss Kimi. No doubt we'll get some more driver announcements over the next couple of days, considering the Valtteri Bottas to Alfa Romeo rumours. And with Nick de Vries being announced as his possible, Nick de Vries being rumoured as his teammate, that would be an interesting lineup. 2 former Mercedes drivers at this point, by the way. Valtteri being from Formula 1 Mercedes, and Nick de Vries being a Formula E Mercedes driver, in fact, current world champion of Formula E. That would be an interesting combination, and with George Russell going to Mercedes, potentially, it is rumoured that former Red Bull driver, Alex Albon, will be taking his Williams seat, but all of this is just rumour. The only thing we know for a fact is that Kimi Raikkonen will be leaving us at the end of this season, which will be really sad to see. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Yes, I said guys twice. As always, people, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to mine and Roxanne's and Frost's YouTube channels. Their links are going to be in the description. My sub button is down there. Yep, that big red one, unless you've already subbed. Then it's grey. Thanks for that, by the way. And once you've done that, don't forget to click all 3 of our bell icons to get all 3 sets of our notifications. Comment as well, because why not? And let me know what you think's going to happen in this race and who do you think's going to win. Once you've done that too, don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Stereo and TikTok. I'll be going live on Stereo once again tomorrow. Once you've done that, and those links will be in the description, no, in the link tree in the description. Once you've done that too, don't forget to follow Roxanne on her blog and Frost on his Instagram. Their links will be in the description below the link tree. And lastly, of course, don't forget to share this video with all of your friends so they can join the infinite loop of liking, subscribing, commenting, following, and sharing, and around and around and around that loop. And I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Goodbye!